I'm probably the only Boba Fett fan you're going to hear say this. I'm probably the only one who thinks there shouldn't be a Book of Boba Fett Season 2. Now wait, let me explain. It's not that I didn't like the first season. It was entertaining enough, but it didn't do the character justice. I feel like it left something out, and the whole time I watched it, I thought there's something missing. This is entertaining, and it's cool to see and everything. He rode a Rancor. That was flippin' awesome. But there was still something that wasn't there. And I still defend the show, as in it shows a transitional period in Boba Fett's life where he wants a family, a tribe. He wants to belong to something, and that could lead into his Legends character of becoming Mandalore. But like I said, the show was missing something, just one crucial element, and I couldn't put my finger on it. But finally I did, and I think I figured out what was missing in the Book of Boba Fett. Yes, it took me this long to get it. In The Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett was a bad guy, not a villain, just someone who was not working in the favor of the heroes, Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and Han Solo. The same in Return of the Jedi. But in Legends, he was the protagonist, a good guy. Boba Fett still had his moments of blasting someone in the face, but overall, he was good. But he was definitely at a point where he could be either. And it kept us guessing. Is he going to be good? Is he going to be bad? In the newer comics, he's pretty bad. He betrays everyone he works with and even kills innocent people. Sets poor Chewbacca on fire. A return to the Boba Fett we wanted from the beginning. But this new Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett, he wasn't even ambiguously good or bad. He was all good. Such a soft spot for innocent life and lives of those we knew didn't deserve to live from the beginning of the story. Now, come on, that could sound heartless of me. Oh, you're advocating killing people. No, it's a story. It's a fantasy fiction. People get shot all the time. Nobody cares about the poor innocent stormtrooper that's just defending a base that gets shot in the head. Nobody cares. Just let it go. Okay, back to it. As a Mandalorian bounty hunter, that's one of the cool things about those type. They're ambiguous. Look at Bo-Katan Kryze. In the Clone Wars, she was seen as bad. Then there was a shift where she helped Obi-Wan Kenobi and she seemed good. Now there's another shift where she's wanting the Darksaber and she's seen as bad again. That's the way a Mandalorian should be. Maybe that's why Din Djarin isn't my favorite Mandalorian. Gasp! Oh my God, he said Din Djarin's not his favorite Mandalorian. He said he's not good. Not at all what I said. I did not say he's not good. There's no bad in him at all. There's no ambiguity. Who knows? Maybe I just like the bad guys, but Din Djarin always seemed like he's seeking approval. Great show. I just wish he'd grow some thicker skin and some bigger cojones. As far as Mandalorians are ranked, yeah, Din Djarin's probably at like number 5 or number 6 for me. But we'll get into that in another video. Okay, so Boba Fett shows up in The Mandalorian Season 2, and we don't know if he's going to mess Din Djarin up and take back his armor, or if he's going to just join him. Not at first, at least. He has Fennec Shand train her rifle on Grogu, a toddler. That's pretty hardcore. Then the Book of Boba Fett comes out, and he won't even threaten a Gamorrean guard. Where did the ambiguously bad Mandalorian bounty hunter go? Now, it makes sense that he let the Gamorreans live. He did need some kind of protection. He and Fennec, sorry for the grammar error, could have gone it alone, but they wouldn't have lasted very long. They needed other people. And I think that's why he's so desperate to take on that weird scooter gang people. But he allowed the other heads of the families to just tell him, no, we're not going to help you. Now, me, I would have nudged, wink, wink, nudged over at Chrysanthemum and had him just slit one's throat or just open the pit. All right, guys, you're all done for. I mean, at the end of the day, he wound up killing them all anyway or having Fennec do it. So just cut the head off at the snake right away. Just whack. Bye-bye, guys. Rancor needs food. That would have made him a little more ambiguously bad. Another issue I had with the show was the comic relief. Now, I do like comic relief in Star Wars. It does belong. As much as people can say it doesn't, it does. I mean, all the way back to 1977, there's been comic relief. But that Major Dodo, What the hell? Miramax Major Domo. Domo, not dildo. Duh. All right, anyways. So there was too much comic relief with that guy. I mean, then they brought in Pelimato, and that just made it even worse. This is a bounty hunter. This is a guy who's trying to use strong-arm tactics to take over a town and become the daimyo of this town. But there's comedy in it. How much comedy was in Goodfellas or The Godfather? Not too much that I remember. Maybe I need to rewatch them or something. Maybe, Francis Ford Coppola or Martin Scorsese threw some comedy in there that I wasn't aware of. But I'll have to go back and check that out. But anyways, there was none. Aha. So the Book of Boba Fett really didn't need that kind of comedy level. I wanted that stupid Twi'lek's head chopped off as soon as I saw him doing that bow thing and just exaggerated movements. All right. Whew. Anyways, The Mandalorian Season 3 seems to be the crown jewel as far as Star Wars fans going on Disney+. Seems like every Star Wars fan, mostly at least, like The Mandalorian. Boba Fett's set to continue his adventures in that series. That's a good thing. I'm not against that. Boba Fett is my favorite character in Star Wars, but he has always been one of those that you really don't understand, that he's really mysterious. And I think we got to know the wrong side of Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett. The Mandalorian Season 2, we got to see more of the Boba Fett that we expected. And that's not saying that my expectations were subverted, and I'm upset about that because that is not at all the reason. I'm not even upset about the Book of Boba Fett Season 1. I just think it could have been handled a little better, and I've explained that. But anyways, I do have to give credit to Robert Rodriguez, though. It's really hard to take a character that had only 6 minutes of screen time and make an entire series out of that character without disappointing people. You're going to disappoint people. It's going to happen. I mean, we've all built up for 40 plus years what Boba Fett should be in our heads. And now we get this Boba Fett, this version of Boba Fett that seemed like Robert Rodriguez didn't fantasize about what Boba Fett really was in the beginning. Okay, so it's hard to make a series out of him. I'm not saying Boba Fett should have been this ultra badass and killed everyone that crossed him. I'm kind of glad he didn't. But had they shown him go through moral dilemmas over whether he should kill them, it would have made the show a little bit better. Instead of him wanting to revert to his old ways in some form, they had Fennec Shand be like his conscience. Nope. Let Boba struggle internally as all Mandalorians should. Keep us guessing as to what his true intentions are. Let's see him go through those decisions of, should I kill him, should I not? If I kill him, I'm going to go back to the way I used to be as this weird bounty hunter that just kills people. If I don't kill him, then I'm going to seem weak. Show us that decision process. I know it just seemed like, he was just like, I'm not going to kill anybody. I'm not going to do it. There was no decision. There was no time for him to just think about it for a minute, and you see his eyes wander around like, if I kill him, this is going to happen. But no, he didn't do it. So he fought so hard to make a name for himself at the end of the series, and that part was amazing. And I love the final battle. I love him riding the Rancor. That was so cool. That's something that we would have loved to see Boba Fett do. That's something that everybody was excited about that I know of. But then he just walked away from it all. From what I hear, he's going to be more like his old self in The Mandalorian, and that's awesome. But why make him struggle to be the head honcho on Tatooine just to win and say, never mind? Dude, you won. You got what you went there for. You're the main guy now. You have this entire city of Mos Espa that is your tribe. They are your family now, and they're greeting you and giving you congratulations and showing you the approval that you looked for in the beginning. But no, you walked away. The only thing I can think of the reason he just walked away from the whole thing is because Maybe he was just there to take out the heads of the families. Maybe he was just there to get rid of the corruption, and he didn't want to be part of the corruption after that. But he didn't have to be. He could have been this ultra cool ruler, that still went out on bounty hunting gigs, left Fennec Shan or Cobb Vanth behind to take care of his business while he went out and just, kept being himself for a little bit, or went out and started a new Tuscan tribe and all that. But no, he just walked away. Went through all that fight, that struggle, almost died, almost got killed by, what's his name, Blueface, Killer Roy, Cad Bane. He almost got killed by him, wound up winning. Okay, that's cool. Took out Cad Bane. We don't have to worry about that guy anymore. Anyways, so he fought so hard to win, but then he just turned his back on it. Turns back on the people he just saved. Turned his back on the people that he just saved money for. They were paying all this money out for protection and everything, and now he just walks away. All right, look, I know I sound like I'm complaining about the show. Really, I'm not. I'm glad we got it, and it was a decent enough show, and I liked it well enough. I just think a Book of Boba Fett Season 2 should be thought about really hard before just jumping into it, because the first one got views. I don't know, wait until Robert Rodriguez has his back turned and make it with Rick Famuyiwa or something. Keep the new moral code he's adopted, but also make him a bit more ambiguous. I know he wants a tribe, a family of sorts, but the best way to show that and to keep his character intact is by borrowing elements from Legends. Yes, I'm going back to that, his Legends counterpart. The Mandalorian Season 2 started that storyline with his chain code, showing Jaster Muriel and Concord Dawn and Jango Fett and all that. But the Book of Boba Fett seemed to just abandon that story. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people are disappointed about and just don't realize it. Or it just stayed away from it completely. And that's a shame, because there's so much rich history in the legend story of Boba Fett. Now, I'm not saying all of Legend's stories are great and everything, and all of Boba's stories are great or anything, but they're not. But they could have used it. Now, Sophia Turner, when she showed up on scene, really, she should have been Aelin Vel. She should have been Boba Fett's daughter, not some weird Scooby-Doo Power Ranger scooter gang. It made more sense for her to be Sophia Turner. And that's what I predicted she was. I'm not upset that she wasn't, but it would have made more sense. Okay, let's hope The Mandalorian Season 3 doesn't turn Boba Fett into a sidekick. He was always the star when he was on screen, in a comic or in a novel. In the Aftermath series, when they just mentioned his armor, it stole the story right out from under the New Republic and what the Aftermath series was doing. That's what a great side character should do. And I don't want Boba Fett to be a side character again. I just think that he could be done in a way where he steals the show. He stole the show in The Mandalorian Season 2. He really didn't say much, but man, he kicked its ass. All right, should there be a Book of Boba Fett Season 2? Probably not. Not if he's going to continue being all good with no ambiguity, and his moral ambiguity isn't added back into his character. Make him mysterious again. There was no mystery about Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett. It just wasn't there. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think there should be a Season 2? Do you think it should be done under different direction or different writing? I'd love to hear from you guys. But this is Gerald from Star Wars Fanatic signing off, wishing you all great health and happiness. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.